I'm taking my class to Jamestown next week, but I wonder what it is we're going to need to know. I wish there was a way that we could talk to Pocahontas.
Welcome to the Jamestown settlement, Mrs. Bates. I'm Pocahontas, the favorite daughter of Chief Powhatan. My father was the paramount chief of about 30 tribes of Virginia Indians, often called the Powhatan Indians. So your students would like to learn more about Jamestown and the establishment of the first permanent English settlement in the New World? Well, let me tell you what I already know. In the spring of 1607, 3 small English sailing ships, the Susan Constant, the Godspeed, and the Discovery, captained by Christopher Newport, neared the coast of the New World after a long wintry voyage across the Atlantic. They had sailed from London on December 20th, 1606, to find a safe port along the coast of Virginia. Boys and girls, what were the reasons for the English colonization in America? The colony was sponsored by the Virginia Company with the King's approval as a profit-making venture. The governing body, appointed by company officials in London, was composed of a 7-man council, whose identity was not known to the colonists until they landed. Boys and girls, your next question. What was the importance of the charters of the Virginia Company of London to the Jamestown settlement? For about 2 weeks the settlers explored in the shallop along the banks of the James River, below and above the present site of Jamestown. After considering numerous locations for the establishment of the colony, especially one at the mouth of Archer's Hope, they picked the site of Jamestown when they arrived on May 13th. The 104 settlers landed the next day and immediately started to construct James Fort. This fort was the beginning of Jamestown, which became the first permanent English settlement in the New World. Boys and girls, your next question. What details within the geography of the area led to the choice of Jamestown as a settlement? With the help of Captain Newport's sailors, a triangular palisaded fort was quickly constructed. By the end of June, when Newport set sail for England to obtain new supplies, the settlement appeared to be well founded, but within the next 2 months conditions at Jamestown changed drastically. Supplies began to run low. Food spoiled, and with the coming of the hot weather, the brackish drinking water proved dangerous. Conditions worsened, and men died daily. Boys and girls, your next question. What patterns do you see between the chosen location and the resulting hardships? Two important groups of people arrived in Jamestown. The first group was the arrival of Africans in a Dutch warship to be used as a source of labor in the tobacco fields. The second group was women the Virginia Company recruited to become wives of the settlers. Your next question. What was the importance of the arrival of Africans and women in the Jamestown settlement? The Powhatan had their own government led by Chief Powhatan, their own economy, their own religious beliefs and social customs. The women and children grew food such as corn and beans in fields near their villages, while the men hunted and fished for meat. Their clothes were made from deer skins. The Powhatan Indians were a thriving society of about 13,000 to 14,000 people before the English arrived. Your next question. What was the reason for conflict between the settlers and the Powhatan? Who was at fault? Boys and girls, we've come to the end of our tour and my time with you. Your teacher, Mrs. Bates, would like you to use information you already know and resources provided for you to analyze the following. First, did the Virginia Company and King James in England make a wise choice to start a settlement in the New World? Remember, support your claim with detailed evidence. And second, upon the arrival of settlers at Jamestown, what do you think the following people were thinking, and why? First, my people, the Powhatan. Next, the English colonists who came here to establish the first permanent English settlement. And last, King James, the King of England. Again, what do you think these people were thinking and why in 1607?